Electric vehicle users or people who are about to become electric vehicle users, you want to stay tuned to find out what Rachel Reeves and Ed Miliband have slipped under the radar in April this year. You will not believe it. Stay tuned. Hello MVUK, welcome back to the channel. Hi, it's Pete here, and if you're just joining me for the first time ever, this isn't my usual bag of a story, but like the banner here says, I report on matters that matter to me, and one of the things that has just happened is I've just got a new job. So regulars to the channel will understand I've been looking for a few weeks. I've just nailed a job. I've got a job, sales job. Thank you everyone who chimed in and give me some support on that. The new job, because it's sales role, comes with a company car. So instantly what you have to do is you have to start thinking of your BIC rate, your benefit in kind, because depending on what car you have depends on how much tax you get paid. Of course, it's a government revenue machine. They tax you on your wage, they tax you for an NI contribution, then they tax your commission, and then they tax your company car, and it does just tax anything that moves anything that doesn't move for 5 minutes, tax it. Anything that moves for 5 minutes, double tax it. It's just a tax fest there. Anyway, so I wanted to look into what kind of money I'm going to likely shell out for the new car. Anyway, upon research, it's changed. So things have changed now. If you've got an electric vehicle, you've been used to, until April 2025 this year, you've been used to enjoying £10 road tax, no road tax, £20 road tax, and the like, because the government have been encouraging people with Rapido since 2017, to be precise, to get electric, go electric, do electric, you must be electric. Oh yeah, great. Well, electric is coupled with the price of gas and it's way expensive, far more expensive than it should be. So that's why they're driving you, because they make good tax revenue out of electric. They buy it cheap and sell it to us expensive. Joke. So it's not a joke. I mean, the situation is a joke, just so you don't misunderstand me. So I had a Lexus 2.5 litre saloon. I think it was the IE 200, IS 200 or IS 300. I can't remember. It was 2.5 years ago. But it was £10 a year road tax, and it was a beast of a car. I knew at that time that this couldn't carry on, having all of these low rates for electric vehicles, because as the country becomes more electrified, they're not going to get the revenues from the cars. So what happened was, and I didn't know about this is considering I follow the news, I watch news all the time, I consume what I create, you might say. I didn't see this widely reported, so I'm going to call this a stealth tax. And Rachel Reeves and Ed Miliband have got into a room together and gone, how can we absolutely fuck up the motorists now? I tell you what we'll do is all those people, once again, who have done the right thing and they've followed the government's lead and they've gone into getting electric vehicles, let's absolutely fuck them, because that's what we do. So they have. Right, I've got to show you this, right? So as of April this year, the threshold to get into your mind is £40,000 from brand new. If a car from the manufacturer is recommended retail price, RRP, of £40,000, that's your threshold. You want to be under it. So under £40,000, you have a new setup. As to do you do with over £40,000. So it's important to see, let's just get some background first before we steam into the new rate, so you can understand what it's going from to what it's going to become. That's important, so you can really appreciate how radically increased this tax is without anyone really knowing about it, unless you've got an electric vehicle and bang, you are feeling it now. Right. I'm just going to flip over and I'm going to show you my screen. Awesome. Right. I'm on the government's website, gov.uk. vehicle tax rate tables. So here we go. Cars registered on or after the 1st of April 2017. So this is the tax rate that you would get on petrol cars, diesel cars, or alternative fuel, electric, and zero emission cars. So everything's in one category now. So it didn't take them long, did it? 8 years to then get everyone on the same price as dirty petrols, guzzlers. So it was all on emissions. If your car emitted 0 grams, you paid a tenner. My car, a Vauxhall Mariva, spits out, well, I pay 270 quid a year for it. So it's this much. This is how much my car is detriment. Whereas to that was what you did between 2017 and this year. That's what we used to, right? We used to this. We used to that. So now it's become petrol, diesel, alternative fuel again. However, it's £195. All right, cool. So that works for me right now. Don't forget, I am paying 270 quid. So now, as of the next time I tax it, it's going to cost me £195. Yes! No, he says. Why? Because if your car was valued at recommended retail price, RRP, when it was brand new at the forecourt, fresh front with 0 on the clock, if it was more than £40,000, so take for instance maybe a little BMW hatchback or a Mini or something like that is over £40,000, this gonna knock the socks off you guys. Okay, so you have to pay £195 as a standard. So this is assuming that the car is brand new, okay? So I forgot to put that caveat in there. Should have done that. The car is brand new. The first year you pay £10, okay? £10 a year, first in any car, okay? Whether it's the expensive car supplement, which is applied to over £40,000, or whether you don't. It's £10 a year for the first year. So then years 2 to 6, the next 5 years, you under £40,000, you're paying 195 quid. If your car was over 40,000, you're now got to pay a supplement of 425 quid. So let me do some maths for us. £195, okay? Yep, sound okay. My car's worth more than 40 grand. So it's £195 plus 425. So your road tax, which might have been 270 quid before April or up until the point that you have to renew your road tax after that date, was £195. Or sorry, £270, let's say. It's now 620 quid. It's gone over double. For the same car you've been driving, it's over double. Crazy. That's a lunacy. However, after the 6th year, so 7 years and onwards, you're no longer culpable for an expensive car supplement. You will revert to paying £195 per year. Yeah, interestingly, I had a look at the average cost of an electric vehicle, as you can see here on the screen. And just typed it into Google, what's the average cost of a new electric vehicle in the UK 2025? We got £46,000 to £50,000. So going back to this average car cost, this was on Google using AI. I did some research across a website and a what do you call them, a think tank information centre for automotive industry called What Car, and they have down that the average price of a hybrid in the UK is 59,000. So the government setting this threshold at 40,000 is pretty much putting the majority of car owners, new car owners, into a stealth tax debt of £620, a year for tax that they're probably thinking that they're going to be paying about maybe £200 to £300 for, because you're so used to that over so many years. And I bet you a pound of salt that none of those shiny teeth salespeople down the car dealership are going to tell Mr. and Mrs. Jones when they're looking at that nice little tidy SUV for all of its safety features and its space features and its convenience features for young families. They're not going to tell them that at an RRP of £48,000, they're going to have to pay 600 bills a year for road tax. It's a fucking travesty, if you ask me. I tell you, someone let me know in the comments what you think about that, or what. I'm lost for words. I cannot believe it. So just to go back to the original opening gambit of this, which was where I started to look into what the BIK, the benefit in kind rate, is for my new company vehicle. My new company vehicle's RRP price, drum roll please, £36,500. Yes, yes. So I'm in the lower tax bracket, which is going to be more money than £195 a year, because it comes out of a monthly tax raid on my finance for having this benefit in kind. So yeah, so I'm going to see if I can opt out of whatever to get a real reduced rate. Anyway, have you guys had any unfortunate tax revelations before or after you've bought or invested into something? I'd love to hear these stories. So thanks ever so much for watching right up till now. If you're liking this, you must do. So do feel free to subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video, whatever that may be. So that's Pete from MV UK.